I just finished filming the monthly meditations, kriyas, and chants for my group mentorship program, The Portal. This month is all about money, faith, and abundance. And the thing about humans is that we are so naturally wired for survival and scarcity, which means we try to control everything, and we are terrified of being in the unknown. And all magic starts in the unknown. You can't create magic if you know everything. Even if you create the thing you quote unquote know, it loses magic because it doesn't have that element of surprise. And everything we do, even when it comes to manifestation, is all about trying to control an outcome. It's like, oh, I desire this, and then I know I'm going to receive this. And then it just perpetuates this need for control and this inability to be in the unknown, which is where all magic happens. Like, just sit with that. All magic happens in the unknown. How does that feel in your body when you let it land there? I guide my clients to feel safe to be in the unknown. And in order to do so, I have to embody it first. And right now, I'm sitting in the unknown in so many different ways in my life. And if I allowed it to, it could feel really terrifying. I choose to lean into excitement and joy around it, even when I'm in a painful moment. So let's dive into this. Hello, welcome to Yarrow K Way of Healing, Expanding, Spiritually Transforming, and Mastering Energetics. I guide visionaries to feel safe, to embody your unique magnetic vibration, fall in love with your life and the journey along the way. Like, so many visionaries are trying to control everything. I help you feel safe to just be and receive, to release the lens of the veil of the control so that you can relax and receive. I've taken over 27 years of education and experience and turned it into the Yarrow K way. At my core, I'm a spiritual mentor. I'm also a nervous system genius, leadership mentor, and clinically trained therapist, as well as an energetic sorceress, which really just means I'm a master of energetics. So, why am I telling you all of that? Because what I do works. If you follow these YouTube videos and you listen to those system that rewires your nervous system, you will create a new way of being in the world. Manifestation is so much more than just getting the thing. It's, can I be okay with the thing or without the thing? And allow myself to anchor into this present moment and to be in love with this present moment and my unique journey in life. We all have a different journey. We're all meant to have a different journey. Like, when you work with me, I am not guiding you to be me. Excuse me. I'm guiding you to be you. And I help you discern between what is attachment energy, what is control energy, what is trying to figure it out energy versus surrendered, present, calm, joyful, connected energy that is coming from truth so that you can create abundance in your life. Abundance means many things. It's not just money, it's many things. Abundance is, can I sit in this moment when I'm deeply in pain and my heart is broken, and can I feel into my heart and access love? Or am I coming from defensiveness and fear and contraction and scarcity? Humans are wired for that. We have thousands of years of conditioning where we are wired for fear and contraction and scarcity. Thousands of years. Just let that sit. Like, it's like, am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? Like, we could be asking that question all day long. Did he text me back? Am I safe? Do I have the clients? Am I safe? And then it's like, if you lose a client, what happens for you? If he doesn't text you back, what happens for you, right? And in the moments when you lose a client, or he doesn't text you back, or someone who you thought was going to work with you isn't, or maybe you didn't get the job you thought you were going to get, or you didn't get the apartment you thought you were going to get, how do you respond in those moments? Do you have a nervous system that feels like it's dripping with gold so that you can anchor in and go, what's for me can't miss me? And even if this is a hard moment right now, do I have any emotions I need to process? Anger, shame, sadness, so that I can stay anchored to the unknown in a joyful way. Because sometimes the universe will bring forward things to allow us to catalyze the emotion forward from our body that's been stored in our nervous system for maybe, excuse me, our entire lives. You maybe never have processed the pain that needs to be processed. Like, sit with that. Have you numbed out? Have you gone into a freeze state? Have you people pleased your way through life and never allowed yourself to feel your heart or your emotions? Do you know how many of my clients think they have an open heart, and then as we actually get into it, it's they think they have an open heart, but they don't actually have an open heart. An open heart is not defended. It's not projecting, it's not blaming, it's not justifying, it's not making excuses. An open heart can sit beating and soft and vulnerable, even in the face of pain. An open heart can love the person who hurts them. That doesn't mean you continue to allow access to you. It simply means you can forgive and love. Those are very different things, forgiving and loving, than just placating and enabling and giving access to you. That is a whole other. I just did a masterclass on this for the portal last night. Like, if we can learn these things, we can create a new world. When you know how to come from an open heart and hold someone to their divinity and be like, this is who I actually know you to be, and this is how you're showing up. So I can't accept this version of you because it doesn't feel good for either one of us. That's love. That's an open heart. What we do is we are terrified of loss, and we're like, oh, I'll just placate to you, or I'll enable you, or I'll shit talk and blame and judge you, right? An open heart is like, hey, this is who I know you are, calmly, from a connected space. I might need to remove myself for this moment because this doesn't feel good. And then you process the pain that comes with that. You may have pain, you may have rage, you may have shame, like you may have emotions that come up in the aftermath, but that's an open heart. That's coming from abundance. That's coming from being able to be in the unknown and not functioning through fear of loss. And when we're leaning from scarcity and contraction and survival and into abundance, when your heart is open, you trust the process. You trust that you can leap into the unknown and you will be caught. In June of 2015, I had gotten my second yoga teacher training certificate, and I had decided to become a full-time teacher and healer. I was working in a restaurant at the time. I quit my restaurant job without knowing if I was going to have enough work to pay my bills. And I immediately received a client that made up for the difference in my restaurant job versus from teaching. It's like making me emotional talking about this. It was really a courageous and scary choice, and I just knew I had to do it. And sometimes we have to put ourselves in a pressure cooker to trust in the unknown. But we also have to stay open to it. Like, if we do that and then we're like obsessing and ruminating and going to all these stories, we're not going to receive. We have to be able to do it with full faith and openness. And that takes having a nervous system that feels like it's dripping in gold so that you can take those leaps. And some people have the ability to take those leaps, but then maybe their scarcity shows up in other ways. Some people don't have the ability to take those leaps, but their abundance shows up in other ways. Like, this is how sneaky and tricky humans are. And so you're like, well, Yarrow, how do I apply this? Well, you first have to get honest about where your scarcity is coming up. Does it come up in an inability to express how you feel to people? Does it come up in not believing you'll receive? So you have to like take care of everybody all the time. Does it come up in feeling like you have to hold on to clients or to a job because if you don't, then you're never going to make any other money? Does it come up in feeling like you have to accept this one person who likes you in dating because what if you don't find someone else? Like, all of those are ways of scarcity, and you see how they're all different. And they will all show up different for different people. So you first have to get honest about where your scarcity is. Then you have to get underneath it and go, what am I actually scared of? Well, am I scared of loss? Am I scared of judgment? Am I scared of rejection? Does it feel to my nervous system like I might die? What am I actually scared of? What do I need to do to tend to the young part of me who feels scared? Because when you're coming from your embodied, powerful adult self, and you're not coming from a terrified inner child who's trying, like, and then the defenses of trying to control everything to know that you're quote unquote safe. What do I need to do to create that safety for myself and my inner child so that I can show up as an embodied adult woman or man leader in my life and take the action that I know is going to allow me to receive what I desire to receive? You also want to be able to get clear on, what do I actually desire? Are these desires mine, or have they been fed to me by some dopamine machine like pushing my adrenaline buttons, trying to get me to give my money to someone who's going to get me this luxurious life that I maybe don't even want. I remember a few years ago, I was watching the coaching industry and it was like, Louis Vuitton bags and Hermes bags and private jets and all these fancy restaurants. And like, I've outgrown that kind of luxury. Now, that sounds kind of snotty to say, but it's the truth. I grew up in Michelin star restaurants. They weren't Michelin star then because the US didn't have Michelin star rating system at that point in time, but I basically grew up in that. I loved it. I've been to the fine dining, I've been to the fancy hotels. I have not yet flown on a private jet, but I don't really have an interest, honestly. And I was obsessed with Chanel and Louis Vuitton and Burberry and all this like luxury goods. And then as I evolved, it was like, oh, I just want to like have my feet in the grass and like run free. I want to eat farm to table food. I want to eat food that was grown right back there. Like that's what I desire. I love clothes still, but I want them to be organic materials that feel good on my body. I desire freedom in my heart, in my being, in my breath. I want to stand with my feet in the grass, in the lavender fields, in France, under the stars, and like feel free. Now, this is freedom through money is going to get me that, right? Like it's going to bring me to this place of freedom. And so I share that because I want you to get honest about your actual desires because you will be fed a bunch of desires on the interwebs, on the social medias that might not actually be your desires. And then you might get all sucked into it because it's a dopamine adrenaline game that's going to push all of your buttons and make you go, oh my God, I need that, I need that, I need that. And I want you to anchor back to you. Like I said, when you work with me, I guide you to you. And if that is what you desire, those luxury items, then we're going to get you there because that's the path that is right for you. But some people don't desire that path, like truly. If I could run through a field on mushrooms listening to EDM, that's like the ultimate luxury to me. I feel the most free and vibrant and juicy and connected. Like I went to Bend Oregon in August of last year, and I ate mushrooms and went and saw Rufus du Sol, and I was just like, oh, this is the best. Like I was smiling like a little kid, dancing with my feet in the grass. It made me cry talking about it. That's what I want to feel, and that's what I want everyone to feel. So you have to get honest about what your desires are. What are the things that bring you effervescent joy that makes you cry the way that I just did? And it's going to be different from everyone, and there's no judgment along the way. I only shared my trajectory with luxury because it would be easy for me with my sweet Libra moon and my Leo rising to be like, oh, I want all of that too. But I had to contend with that part of myself and be like, actually, I don't desire that. I desire to feel good, to feel juicy, to feel lit up, to feel expansive. And yes, I still love beautiful things. I will always love beautiful things. Beauty is medicine. Beauty is medicine. So, what is beautiful to you? Like for me to be able to sit here with my candles burning and my crystals on the floor on my sheepskin rugs, like that to me is beauty. To buy a handmade bag from a dear friend, leather bag that's regenerative, like it's used from old leather, like that is beauty. Like beauty has different meaning to different people. It's really making me emotional. And I want you to access what is beauty to you? What do you actually desire? What is true for you? What lights you up? What brings you to tears that you're so excited about it? What brings you to tears you're so excited about it? If you haven't accessed that yet, it is time to join my world because I will get you there. I will thaw out the numbness and the defenses and the protectors and the scarcity and the fear. And, this world pumps it into you. And so you don't feel safe to allow yourself to feel good. You don't feel safe to allow yourself to feel good. It's making me okay. I'm just gonna take a breath. I want everyone to feel safe, to feel good, even when the world is burning down. Like, yeah, world's fucking burning down right now. What are you gonna do with it? Those are the times when the most beautiful creations happen, when people come together in small community and they connect through their hearts and the truth of their being and what actually matters, and they start to open their heart to the truth of love and to expand into abundance. So look at where you're coming from, scarcity. Get honest about what you actually desire. Tap into it. And then how do you create that? Who are you being right now in this moment? What are your daily habits? What are your daily thought patterns? How does your nervous system feel? Is it contracted? Are you in scarcity? Are you trying to control all the time? How safe do you feel to be in the unknown? And what do we need to do to help you create safety so you can be in the unknown so that you can start to take new actions? What would the new habit be? So if you sit with yourself and you're like, this is who I'm showing up as, but I desire to be this person, what new behaviors and habits and daily ways of being do you need to integrate into your being, into your nervous system to shift into that new way of being? Because here's the thing, when your nervous system is dysregulated, you're going to reach for the familiar. Your nervous system will choose a comfortable misery over an uncomfortable bliss every single day. I'll say that again. Your nervous system will choose a comfortable misery over an uncomfortable bliss every single day until you show it otherwise. And to show it otherwise, you have to create safety in your nervous system, which for me is through chanting, meditation, daily somatic practices, and attunement. Meaning you're in groups of people, you're with other people who are doing this too, because your nervous system needs to know it's safe to shift its way of being. Now, once you have those pieces in place, you start to be able to develop the nervous system safety to take pause before you reach for the old comfortable thing, and instead you take a new action. You have to have the safety to take the new action, and then you take the new action, and the more you take the new action, that becomes the new safety. So you let go of the old perceived ways of safety, you develop safety inside, you start to take new actions, which becomes the new way of safety. You have to show your nervous system you are safe to take new actions. This is how we move out of scarcity. This is how we move out of contraction. This is how we move out of dopamine hits of more, right? Because that's addiction. That dopamine hit of more is addiction. And the more you can come back to your body, you can come back to that safety, you can allow your nervous system to feel like it's dripping in gold. You can get connected to your true desires. What do you truly desire? No judgment, no shame, whatever it is. If you want to ride that private jet and you want all those luxury things, I am here to support that. I want to make sure it's yours. It's a true desire in your being. And I believe we have to have a why. Because if we don't have a why, if we don't understand our why, we're just moving through life meaningless. Humans like to have purpose. We like to have meaning. We're connection based. Our hearts and love matters to us. And we're not taught how to access that. We're protective, we're defensive, we're judgmental, we're blaming, we're criticizing, we're projecting. We struggle to sit with pain and nuance. And so when you can get into your body, you can create that nervous system that feels like it's dripping with gold. You can start to take new actions instead of taking the old actions. You have people with you so that your attachment wound isn't activated like, oh my God, I'm going to be alone, I'm going to die. I was just talking about this on the portal call last night. We have an existential fear of aloneness. Every human does. And so when you have a group of people who you're doing this with, it feels so much safer to be like, okay, I can change how I'm relating. Because you walk into the world and everybody's like, oh, my back hurts, or my foot hurts, or this happened today, or can you believe what my neighbor did to me? It's like all complaining and gossip and drama and chaos. And so you have to be in a place where people are like, how do we respond in a new way? How do we celebrate each other? How do we brag about how fucking amazing we are? How do we shine the brightest we can absolutely shine? So we're moving out of that scarcity and contraction and chaos and sickness, and we're moving into connection and abundance and expansion in a new way of being. A new way of being. So you're no longer relating to Kathy in, you know, the copy room about your ailments. Instead, you're excited about your life, and you're feeling dripping with juiciness and eros and desire and joy. Like, I want more people to feel lit up through their whole being and smiling so big that they feel it through every single cell in their body until they come to tears because it feels so good. That's what I desire for every single human. And we cannot get there when we're relating through dysregulated nervous system, through numbing out, through chasing desires that we don't even actually desire. We are only going to get there by tapping into the truth of our being, of who our unique energetic vibration is, and then acting as that person, letting yourself expand into being that person so that you can shine as your most magnetic and vibrant and radiant self. So if this is feeling exciting for you, join us in the portal, my 6 or 12 month group mentorship program. It is $333 per month until March 2nd, when it goes up to $555 per month. Or you can join me in the Composer, which is going to start in the middle of April. I have a wait list for that, so reach out if you're interested in either of those. It is truly, I just desire us all to feel freaking so good. I want you to feel good in your body. I want you to feel aliveness in your being. Sometimes that's going to be painful because when you first access that, you're going to have to experience the pain till you get to joy. And then life will always bring us pain. But when you know how to be with it, it all becomes artistry. It all becomes this beautiful, magical tapestry that you're weaving in your life so that you create the most beautiful symphony in it. Okay, I love you all. Thank you for being here. Reach out with any questions, and I will talk to you soon.